Welcome to Mystic Musings with Toby Hewitt. I'm Toby Hewitt, and I'm your guide through time and space and all points in between. Mystic Musings will give you insight into who you are, why you are here, how to live an authentic life, and where you fit into the universe around you. Join me on this path of mystical exploration. Welcome to episode 81 of Mystic Musings with Toby Hewitt. This week, we will continue to consider pathwork as we continue our mystic journey. I continued my research on the lizard brain this week and even wrote a new writing practice piece on it that will be posted to medium.com as soon as I edit it and make it nice and tidy. As I may have mentioned, I do not read or edit writing practice pieces right away. I let them bake, and when it is time to consider publishing them, I go back and edit. Which reminds me that I have fallen behind on posting the transcripts of these episodes on the Messages and Reflections blog on my website, tobiehewitt.com. I promise to get caught up soon. The lizard brain research continues to be interesting. No, make that fascinating. In a way, it is a little creepy to think that there is a part of my brain as primitive as that of a chicken's that, unbeknownst to me, controls aspects of my life. But I have realized that this control is somewhat tenuous in that I can alter the impact the lizard brain has on me. I can override the misguided fear or false hunger. Of course, I need to be honest with myself and you and accept that part of this control is because I started taking an antidepressant for anxiety and depression. I realized a couple of days ago that the sudden waves of anxiety that had overwhelmed me recently are gone. So I am being helped in this endeavor to change my relation to the lizard brain. But it is not just the medication that is doing this. I have still experienced the primitive impulse of fear or hunger and just told the lizard no. No, seriously, I say, no, lizard, I am not fearful, or I am not hungry. And instantly the impetus disappears. Of course, if I am really hungry, I then have the opportunity to wait until I can find something that fits in with my healthy eating plan and not think of binging on, say, cookies. This has worked well because during the month of February, when I have been following the Noom plan of healthy living, I have lost 10 pounds, which was my goal, which means I am in charge and not some primitive brain telling me what to do. I have also become aware that I engage in negative self-talk. Those phrases one says when something happens that is not optimal, like, say, turning left when I meant to turn right. I sometimes would say something like, I am so stupid. Or if I don't meet my expectations of myself, for example, not getting all the work done I had planned for the day or the week, I might say, I am a failure. Or if the scale goes up half a pound instead of down, I can't lose weight. None of these negative phrases do anything but to negatively program my brain. And I do include the lizard brain because these are based in some measure on a sense of fear of being less than what I feel I can be. I am programming failure as my mantra for meeting my expectations and intentions for myself. If I start saying, oh well, this happened, no harm, without placing a negative spin on it, I can mitigate the impact of the event and also remove the onus of negativity. I can further realize that I accomplished, for example, daily writing or sticking with my eating plan, and know that my world will not end if everything did not get done as I had hoped. I can say, I got the writing done, and now I have one more piece to send out for publication. Or, I was very good at following the plan and will be patient for the scale to acknowledge this. I can take this one step further and start telling myself that I am a hard worker and that I am successful and I am fine the way I am and getting better all the time. The more we speak lovingly and positively to ourselves, the more we will build up a shield of positivity around any negatives the lizard brain throws at us and overcome its demands. I think negative self-talk actually fortifies the lizard brain, and that slows down our progress as we give into the primitive impulses it tries to inject into our lives. As we build a fortress of positivity, we will find that fortifies our intentions and the likelihood of accomplishing our goals increases. It occurs to me that one of my basic points of knowledge, that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience, is something I remind myself of when things get a little too negative for my liking. For example, those things I cannot control in the moment, but are on a wider scale. And then I can act knowing that even my small actions can mitigate the negativity that is occurring at a distance. This brings me to the idea that positive self-talk can increase positive action. Because of the events that have occurred in my life over the past year that caused me distress, I gave in to lizard brain and overate in an attempt to squash the feelings this distress caused. Now that I am on a more positive life modality, now that I have changed my thoughts towards the positive, my actions are following. I have solved the early morning activity traffic jam by engaging in writing practice first, when I am most open to input from the universe, and then exercising. It is a good and positive flow with which to start the day. I am using the very uplifting body groove dance videos by Misty Tripoli, and each workout not only provides me with joyful exercise, it works. Between the videos and the Noom plan and positive thinking leading to positive action, I am well on my path of actualizing a healthy lifestyle, the one I have always dreamed of. The final message here is that belief in yourself is a large part of your success on your pathwork. As I have stopped multitasking, which actually means nothing gets done as well as it could be if I focus on one thing at a time, I find that my newfound attention to what I need to do brings success and joy. Stopping negative talk and action and replacing these with positive talk and action helps to increase self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-love, all of which will serve to make this journey through this lifetime the best it can be. I will be spending some time this week dedicated to finally exploring the lizard brain. Yes, I am fascinated by this, and its existence in relation to intuitive mind and ego mind, which had been my intent for this current episode until the idea of self-talk and action cropped up. I hope you join me next week for episode 82, when I will share what I learned this week and how it impacts Pathwork as we continue our mystic journey. Thanks for listening to this episode of Mystic Musings. Please join me every week to continue our exploration of all things mystical that can help you have a more practical and magical life. Please visit my website, TobieHewitt.com, for more information and to read my blog postings. And join me also at pathwaystomindfulness.org to learn how you can schedule a presentation. I'm available for mindfulness training, demonstrations of psychic abilities, and individual readings. I also have a number of books on mystical topics on Amazon.com. I look forward to hearing from you and answering your questions. Please contact me through TobieHewitt.com.